with Ency. I want to bring her into this.
Mhm.
What was your relationship and or thoughts about Ency before she came up to you? When you went to grab him, you didn't be like, hey girl, I'm sorry, but I'm about to grab him because I had to talk about something. Like, were you guys friends? Were you talking? What?
So I didn't know, I only knew that she was from Clayton season. She and I obviously like didn't really actually have any conversation because she was immediately, linked to Andrew. So like it was, it's awkward.
It's awkward.
And so I remember I didn't have like any friendship or relationship with her necessarily. And I remember thinking like, I'm going to be very transparent because this was my experience and I'm going to say it how it is. I did not want to pull Andrew in that moment at all, but I had to. So I did. And so,
but you wanted to talk to him at some point.
Absolutely, but not right then and there. So if it were up to me, I absolutely would have chosen a different time of the night to pull him. But instead it had to be that. So I went, I pulled him for a conversation. In no way was it me and, wanting to slight Ency. I didn't know her. I didn't have any problems with her. Like she came on the beach and she, wanted to find love and all that. And she's in her right to do that.
I don't think it came across that way though. I don't think it came across.
I hope so, because I know that she, had an issue with it.
Yeah, but I don't personally, I didn't watch that and think like, how could Jessenia do this to Ency?
Well, it's not like you pulled him off the dance floor like
while they were kissing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys had like she was only there for a day. You guys had more of a history. So
yeah,
I don't think it came across that way.
Right. Okay, good. I'm glad, because I know that when we were having I don't know if you read body language, like it was very obvious that it wasn't like I was trying to like get Andrew back or like whatever. Right. It was very much like we need to talk and like be serious. And so, as I said, like that conversation was absolutely intended to be so much shorter than it was, which is why it got to a point where we were like talking in circles, because every time Ency would interrupt us, it was like I would be frazzled because I was so surprised. I was like, okay, why does she keep interrupting us? Like, I'm trying to get this over with because I want to leave. And so it's like, it just wasn't getting anywhere because, we kept getting interrupted. And I absolutely appreciate Andrew for just being honest with her and saying, this is nothing. It's fine. I just need to finish this conversation. Give me a moment. Like, and I think in that point, like when you get that reassurance from your partner, you should feel like, okay, I'm going to trust them. They're going to do their thing and I'll be right here for them. So, but with her interrupting us, 2-3 times, I think it was twice. It was like, okay, I'm trying to get somewhere and it's not landing. So to me, at the end of that conversation, I remember thinking like, this went nowhere, but okay. So.
But it did. It was a good conversation.
But did you, from at least watching it, it seemed like it did get somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you got the clarity that you needed. In the moment, you didn't feel that way?
In the moment, because, there's so many like emotions involved. You're just like, I don't even remember what I just talked about. I just hope that I made my point. Right. And so, of course, like when I did see it back, I was like, okay, like I can see that, things did land at some point. And there was this realization, this moment of clarity that we both needed. And even more so that Ency needed as well, because there was a moment in one of the episodes where I even say, like, I just feel for Ency because she doesn't realize she's taking someone who is guarded, right? And like, we'll see how it turns out for her, right?
Yeah,
So,
I remember that.
Sorry, that was my dog. But, it's like everything comes to the surface at some point.